What's up guys, welcome back for another Yugioh Pro Duel video. Sky Strikers in the new TCG format. As you know, Engage got banned on our most recent TCG ban list, right, January 2020, so still Master Rule 4. And they got a couple of tools back, like Kagari back to 3 for example, as you know. And let's not forget, Pot of Avarice finally coming off of the list for us TCG players as well. And if we saw some OCG list from like a couple of months ago, like triple Pot of Avarice was like most staple in Sky Strikers, because again they only had one Kagari. So one Avarice in the main deck. This particular list is like I saw Pascal Kim's list, you know, the winner from YCS London a couple of months ago. And he was running Sky Strikers most recent past weekend. I'll leave a link to that particular profile. I've made some minor adjustments to his list. I've added in double evenly matched and one, I think it's Eagle Booster. Yeah, indeed, one Eagle Booster to the main deck in favor of triple Drone on Lockbird. So he was running triple Drone on Lockbird in the main deck. As for the rest, the deck is pretty much, I think, self-explanatory. I definitely like the Diablos in the main deck and the Melody. Melody, quite of a nifty tech to immediately search out Diablos, and it gives the deck some extra, like maybe hand control, even though the deck doesn't really need that. But another beat stick. And that's where it could definitely shine. As you know, Ray tributes herself to go for a potential link in the extra monster zone. So I definitely like that a lot. Although I was a little bit used to playing Sky Strikers with Zeke, their new Link 2 monster in the OCG, Rose as well, and as you know, with the most recent set coming out in the TCG soon, be Ignition Assault, I believe that's the name. Sky Strikers are getting Rose as well. Not really sure if Sky Striker, the TCG version that is, will main deck those, maybe one, as we are seeing in the OCG. But Zeke is definitely something that I've missed a lot, and I was like, okay, I can go for Zeke now, and oh no, never mind, this is TCG format. So I definitely made some like minor or like strange plays, as you probably will see here in this video, but it's fine, just wanted to try out Sky Strikers in the new TCG format. So I was like 2 or 3 evenly matched in the main deck were going in and going out, since I definitely want to go second with with this particular build, or at least going second is definitely not a problem, right? As we saw from the list, I like that this particular list was running the triple jamming wave as well, and of course a double afterburner, and I believe Pascal Kihm, it wasn't running Eagle Booster, but I mean, yeah, one Widow Anchor definitely still hurts. Anyway, so I think I'm in full control of the duel. Beatrice is a minor, well, I can't destroy it, well, I can destroy it, but you know, you'll just special summon another BA from the extra deck, so I definitely want to dodge that, and using Widow Anchor is definitely something to get around that. And the thing here is with the fact that Sky Strikers TCG got back to Kagari, it definitely gives the deck more options to reuse Widow Anchor, even though it's at 1, you know, like, and same for like the continuous spell, you know, like the small spellbook of Judgment, multi-roll. It's you don't really want to waste that that Widow Anchor too quickly. That's what I wanted to say. So triple Kagari can definitely help that, you know, by Hayate, send something from your deck to the graveyard, and then one of your Kagaris will get those things back. So going second, Salamangreat Salads is still good, right? I mean, most other top tier decks got hit, including Salamangreat's Thunder, no, maybe like an Engine now, but they definitely, most top tier decks got hit, so Salads is still, or feels still quite strong. Anyway, so Melody discard one of the Sky Striker cards, so I definitely like this one because of triple Kagari. Kagari could potentially get that back from the graveyard, the spell you just discarded off of Melody. That's an option. You could discard, well, any spell, right, get it back from Kagari. Search your one of or 2 of Diablos, preferably 2 of, immediately get them in your hand and get the ball rolling, right? Once per turn, and even during your opponent's turn. You could get it on the field if you tribute Ray. But yeah, on top of that, I mean, it can tribute itself to get rid of your opponent's hand, or at least one card from your opponent's hand, so I definitely like that. It's an extra beat stick, and by the time that Sky Strikers will get, I believe it's a dual Devastator, if I'm not mistaken, that at least that the TCG will get the new link to Sky Striker. I need it. I mean, there were so many moments and I was like, either just get rid of that extra body that's on your side of the field in your main monster zone, just go for a Link 2. Now it's like, man, I have to go for Phoenix, Nightmare Phoenix, or Unicorn, or Ningirsu, or whatever, right? But if the deck gets the Sky Striker Zeke, the Link 2, it definitely will, it definitely will give this deck the boost, or another boost. And I feel that if we are getting the Zeke as well, or when Zeke is released, this will definitely be like a contender. And even now, that's because the deck has potential. The full extra deck is basically their, you know, like their engine, their toolbox. It just feels like Zodiacs in that way, because of their extra deck is so like a huge toolbox, negates attacks, searches, gets back things from graveyard. It feels quite ridiculous still, even though Engage is banned. So anyway, banish one of the cards, you know, triggering the multi-roll, eventually using Widow Anchor as well to get it back. During the end phase, yeah, thanks to Shizuku, so already have Ash Blossom Afterburner ready for next turn, which is not that great against Burning Abyss, but I think I should have like enough options to prevent Beatrice from coming out, I think. There's not really sure, I think Widow Anchor is still set. It's all fine though. Burning Abyss into the new format, not really sure if that's going to be top tier. Same for like the Block Dragon build. Then again, you know, it could be an Underdog deck going into the new format, especially new tournaments, regionals level, and maybe even YCS level, right? So anyway, yeah, this standard place, I guess, for Sky Strikers, but I should be fully control, right? I mean, Widow Anchor should be set. I think I have, at this moment, 2 spells. So this will be the third, the field spell, and then, you know, chain Widow Anchor, get Beatrice. Eventually we'll, link it away, because I think I already used that multi-roll indeed. Get back more free spells, and even though I can't use any of my sets, because, you know, Hayate in the main monster zone, doesn't really matter, again, having the Ash Blossom, so Widow Anchor would always have been dead due to Farfa banishing Hayate. So this should be my duel, using the field spell area 0, getting some extra pluses indeed, go for damage first and then tribute, yeah, indeed Ray, and, you know, get some advantage going, dropping Diablos as well. This is something I definitely like about adding in Diablos. Could potentially give you the extra boost for an OTK, an extra beat stick, maybe Link upgrades, and that's where, you know, Sky Striker Ace Zeke, the Link 2 might come into play also. Going second, this is an okay opening hand, but Called by the Grave definitely hurts, so no Blossom. And what's it? Is it Coyote? The rank 3 that gets back like any from your fire monsters from the graveyard. That's cool. I mean, getting back Gazelle, for example, right? So next to Dante, definitely an option for Salomon Grades. This feels okay, but maybe I should have been a bit more cautious, especially because of the double set, but worst case scenario, it was indeed Roar and Rage, but maybe I could have played around that, but that's how it is. And yeah, normal summoning Falco, yeah, we'll just gain more advantage. Gazelle is dropped, and I believe I should be scooping it up here. Doesn't really matter, right? He will get back the double trap, and that's salads, right? I mean, by the time they get up their graveyard cards, their graveyard, it's basically their second hand extra toolbox, right? Last example, going first, and my opening hand was good, was okay, finally drawing Pot of Avarice. It's instant life, you know, it again feels like Zodiacs. You're filling up your graveyard very fast, but here, like this particular play of setting Widow Anchor might have been like maybe a hasty, well, was it a hasty play? Then again, if there wasn't a Widow Anchor, I mean, that hand was just too good, being able to drop Gazelle, having options with Will of the Salmon and Greater Soul Charge alike cards, immediately searching the field spell, having the, what is it called, the C thing. The C thingy, you know, the level 3 that special summons itself, basically an extra spinny right, going for Dante, or... Not really sure, but the thing here now is that I lost my Widow Anchor, and Widow Anchor is so crucial here in this matchup to dodge that that Veiling's right in the graveyard, or can gain control of the Link 3 or whatever. So I definitely missed Widow Anchor, and I feel from this point, it's just, I tried to get myself back in the duel, but it felt that I was like, I couldn't really do much, even though this is quite of a huge afterburner. Going for Ningirsu, getting rid of the Dante again, not wanting to give Salamangreats more options. Going for Kaina as well, yeah, you know, like standard Salamangreat plays, but only getting 2 spells. And again, I only have 2 options, or 2 chainable effects, being the Char Cannon to banish something. I don't really want to Monster Reborn something, right? But the Foxy, I believe Foxy is in graveyard. Yeah, indeed, Foxy. That has to be banned. Well, banished. Not banned, but has to be banished. And sadly, the Ash Blossom was forced out quite early. I can go for Ray, but again, I think I'm forced to go for Kaina again, prevent the attack from going through. So I still have a shot here in this duel, but the fact that Widow Anchor is still at 1, I'm missing that so much. And yeah, a potential Sky Striker Zeke, you know, could help. But yeah, it was so unfortunate, right? I mean, not really sure what the top deck was in the previous turn, but I feel that top deck, if I remember this match correctly, that top deck definitely cost me the duel. Anyway, so Foxy again, I have to banish it with the, you know, yeah, indeed, yeah. What can I do? What can I do? Going for the Link 1, and I believe Appaloosa will hit the field eventually. I think I have to Ash Blossom this, protecting Afterburner, and yeah, indeed, Appaloosa. Yeah, it might feel strange, no? In Salamangreats, but I guess it works out fine, preventing the Ray from coming out. And this is what I was talking about, yeah, no Ray, and this hurts. Since yeah, the roar will just be chained to Afterburner, and now there's nothing I can do. The top 3 cards were, I believe, double Ogre, and not really sure, definitely not a Sky Striker card. Anyway, so not Salamangreat, but Sky Strikers, new TCG format, the deck is definitely still live. There's still room for improvement, more testing, maybe more floodgates in the main deck, but the fact that Sky Strikers will be getting Rose as well and quickly Seek in the TCG, the deck is still there. The deck definitely has potential, and I really like the Diablos in the main deck. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.